What's happening, guys? Headed up the mountain here, Old Waterman Canyon Road and the 18. Head up to Lake Gregory today to do a little fishing. Reports coming out of there showing some pretty good fishing right now, so got a little bit of time today, so I'm gonna head up there and check it out, see what kind of fish we can get into. Hopefully something decent, maybe even a big fish. They're trying to attract more people back to Lake Gregory. About, I want to say about 4 years ago. The county of San Bernardino that ran the concession for Lake Gregory sold off the contract to some private company, and then the county basically just gets a piece of the money and they're good with that. So problem was this people that promised this new contract promised all this cool stuff for the lake and to keep the fees low, but what they ended up doing was just the opposite. They didn't really do anything for the lake. They barely planted any more fish than it already got, and then on top of that, they jacked the fees up. They went from like $4 and just a couple bucks to park. Now it's $8 to fish and like $8 or so, $10 to park. So it's a rip-off, but I don't really have time to go anywhere far. The wife is about to have a baby any day, so we'll be nearby just in case. So this will do, and we'll see it. But climbing up the mountain, a little bit of fog today, not too bad. So we'll see when we get to the lake, get parked, and get everything set up, and we'll start fishing. We'll see what we get. Alright, we made it. We're gonna fish the South Shore today. Supposedly you can buy your passes at the parking lot, so we're gonna go see if we can do that. If we can't, honestly, I don't know what we're gonna do, because I haven't been up here fishing in probably 3 years or something like that and actually paid. So we're gonna go over here and check it out and see what the deal is. Hopefully those little kiosks that they were installing about 4 or 5 years ago are working, because really don't feel like driving all the way to the boathouse area to do that. So alright, we are here, let's go check it out. Yep, that was a freaking hassle. So here's the deal, folks. When you come in at this lot, I'll explain more how there are other lots, but when you come into this one on the South Shore, there's a parking permit station right there where that sign is, that white sign, and then you got to pay there, right? You think that they would have the fishing kiosk there as well. They don't. So you got to bring a pen, because there's no pen there, and you got to bring change because it's $6 to park. And so after you do that, then you got to come down here, and then right over here where that guy's at the kiosk right now, there's a guy right there. That's where you pay to fish, and that is $8, and also pen and all that. And then I'm just parked right here and jumped down, but supposedly this was a good spot recently. So I just barely got the lines out. I got a bait rod out, and I'm gonna throw a lure, Thomas spinning lure. So we'll see how this goes. This was a good spot maybe 2 days ago. Some people did good here, so I think we'll probably have good luck as well. So looks like some fish, a little over 2 pounds a piece here. So hopefully we'll get that kind of action and get some pictures and a little video for you. But if you come here, bring a pen, and expect to spend time filling out a bunch of paperwork at different kiosks. That's stupid. But one thing I noticed right away is there's not very many people here. There's only 3 people fishing over there and 1 guy showing up now. So they really killed this lake as far as the people. So that's, I guess, if you want to pay and not really fish with many people, this is a place, because of the rigmarole to actually just go fishing. So alright, we'll see how it goes. I'll report back as soon as we know something. Just wanted to talk about the water level real quick. Wow, you would have thought all that rain and snow that we got up here this year would have helped. I mean, maybe it was just that far down and I didn't know. But I mean, probably one of the last few times I was here, the water level, I mean, not that long ago, it was at that wall right there. You can see the stain on the wall. And then I've been here when it was above that wall and onto that second wall right there. So it's down about, I want to say 5 feet. Yeah, about 4 or 5 feet down, all the way around the lake. I've never seen that shore exposed like that. Never. So we might try fishing that in a little while. But right now, this is supposed to be a good spot, and it has been in the past. It's been a good spot. Well, that guy is right there. That is a very good spot at times. They plant the fish right over here at the boat ramp. They park right there and they throw the fish over this, and then right in there it can be good right after they plant. But the fish tend to move out. I caught a huge brown, one of the first ones in like 15 years. It was actually one of the biggest this lake has ever seen. It was about 2009 I caught that. And I guess they stocked a few browns since then, so every now and then you'll see a few. But pretty good area along this side. This side typically never really caught much over here. Even I've been coming here for more than 20 years. So I don't know, we'll keep an eye on those folks, see if they're getting anything, and I'll try this spot, of course. Nothing yet on the bait. Threw a lure about 10 minutes and didn't get anything either. So we'll see how this water level has affected it. I know right out in front of me, right out in here, the water is pretty deep actually. It drops off. So we'll see how that works out. If not, then I'll go to my go-to spots. We'll check in on those anyway later today before we leave. So, all right, we'll see if we get something. All right, guys, saw a little bump on the bait rod just now. Just a tap. Let's see if he'll take it for us. It was just a line tug, very light tug. You might have pulled the bait off. This bait I'm using it's not really old. It's just the type of plastics that they make it out of decomposes over time, so it gets kind of weak. So sometimes the fish can just bump the hook and that stuff will just pop right off of there. Hopefully that's not what happened. We'll see if he'll come back for it. Not yet. Quick update. I was fishing right over there and didn't get much. I think the water's shallow and weedy over there now. It's been a while since I've been here, so I'm not perfectly familiar with the bottom and how all the currents and stuff, but you can see there's been a lot of erosion. But I did find this shoreline not too far away from me. It's a little deeper right here, and first cast out with a lure, I had about a 10-inch trout follow it in, and then about 2 casts later I had a bigger one flash about 10 feet off of shore following it. So hopefully there'll be a bite here. It's been real slow. This guy way down there along that shoreline I think may have had one, but other than that I haven't seen anything. So we'll give this spot a little while, and then we're gonna have to go to the go-to spots that I know of that are pretty much guaranteed fishing is good there. So we'll give this a little bit though. I got some coffee to drink and I'm just gonna enjoy the day. I'm just gonna enjoy the day out here. All right, we'll check back if we get anything worth talking about. Short little history lesson about Lake Gregory. When they were building this lake, you know, they quarried it out and they were getting ready to fill it with water. You see that hill right there? There's like a little island in the lake now. It's got a blue box on top of it. Well, I think that's in the background. Anyway, but right there in the foreground, you'll see a blue box, and then right before that, you'll see a hill in the middle of the lake. Well, the rumor is, and I think that's where it is, but they had tractors out here, graders and such, way back. I'll have to put the date later because I can't remember. But they had these graders that were still in the lake when they were working on it. And they were just about to start, you know, working on getting water in the lake. And I guess a huge storm showed up and dropped a bunch of rain and literally filled this lake up in like a day and a half. And somebody forgot to get that tractor out of there. And so over time, you know, people were hooking onto it and became a hazard, so they just buried it with dirt. And that's what that hill is right there in the middle of the lake, out in front of the boathouse. So there's the boathouse, and right out in front of it. It's always been there. Water level's down so you can actually see it, but that's what is rumored to be there. Nobody's ever been able to confirm that, but I believe it, and I do believe that that is where it is, because that is a really stupid place to just have this hill in the middle of the lake. So I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that was. So a little bit of history. There's a tractor down there, and rumor there's some other stuff down there too, like some old cars in some places. This lake is only about 48 feet deep, and the deepest part of the lake is actually around the corner over there toward the dam. I'll show you guys that later. Guys, got one on, little dinker. So we moved spots. We're down further on the shoreline. So that's a good sign. We'll throw this one back. Fish. Caught 6 of these so far. So doing alright. Catching a couple. We'll keep going though. I mean, we're moved spots. We're over here on this shoreline now. I was down there off the point by the parking lot. Let's get rid of this one. He's coming off. Right. Lost the lure, but I moved the bait rod where that hot bite on the lure's been, and I believe it just got hit. Let's see if I can reel her in a little. Test it. Let's see. Yeah, probably just the wind. The wind might have taken it. The wind has been really bad. Another good one. Caught 15 so far. Pretty wide open. These guys have been helping them out, getting fish. They got their boy on one right now. He's catching one. Caught about 30. I'm keeping a few of them. The lure bite's wide open. Not bad. Good day out on the lake, guys. Here's another one. Gonna let this one go though. We're getting close to a limit. And he's off. A little bit of a fish here. Not bad, that's a keeper. Yep. Alright guys, I'm out. Hopefully got enough footage for you guys to enjoy a little bit of fishing. The fishing was really good. I caught over 30 fish, and all lure, no bait. They would not hit that bait, but the lure bite was good. A lot of dinks. They're all about pan size, so but good eating. Good eating. I kept 5. We'll show some of that cooking. I'll cook those up tonight on the barbecue, so we'll show you guys that later. But great fishing today at Lake Gregory. Good to get out. Don't get these chances too often anymore, so it's good to hook a few. Talking about coming back up soon, so maybe then it'll be as good too. So bring my brother up here and maybe the dog. So alright, well thanks for watching. Stay tuned if you want to see some barbecue action. Maybe we'll show you some of our trout cooking skills. Alright, if by the way, if you're interested in coming up here, they do have the kiosk to pay, the little metal kiosk. Basically you fill it out yourself, make sure you bring change. It's $8 to fish it. Free to park if you park on the street. Everywhere else in the parking lots it's going to cost you $6. I say park on the street, don't pay the $6. That's kind of a waste. I did it once just to see what was going on with that, but yeah, I wouldn't even bother. So alright, we're gonna get out. I'll see you at the barbecue. So the goal here with this trout foil pack is heat on one side, low heat, just one burner on this side here. We're gonna basically use it like an oven, but with the trout being outside, I'm gonna be able to take, once they're mostly cooked, I'm gonna remove the foil pack from the pan and move it to the hot side, and that'll give it like a crust at the end there. So we got all the spices, butter packed, and then olive oil on top, and we'll see how that turns out. Should be pretty good. We'll check back in a little bit when they're a little further along.